Hey, what's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Script Note Show. I'm your host, Matt Tillman. Hope this Saturday is finding you all doing well out there. I just wanted to share a quick little personal finance headline I found on Yahoo today. It's a interesting article about I'm sure you've all heard about a lot of the retail headlines lately as far as a lot of retail stores closing up shop. They had an article on here about sales strategies if you're a shopper at Sears, Kmart, Lowe's, and more. Hundreds of stores across the country are closing up shop as many major retailers like Sears, Kmart, and Lowe's restructure. Well, many are calling it a retail apocalypse. For consumers, it can mean liquidation sales and amazing discounts. But how can you get the most out of those liquidation sales? The crazy coupon lady's Joni Demmer has some tips. In this game, there are winners and losers, and the losers are being forced to liquidate inventory, creating a lot of buzz too late to actually help their business, Demmer tells Yahoo Finance. Liquidation sales are everywhere. It's like the theme of 2018. But first and foremost, Demmer says not to jump on reductions too soon. I've been at these liquidation sales. I was there when Toys R Us opened their doors and there was a line of 100 people out the door, she says. But you know what? The average savings was 10% the day the Toys R Us liquidation began. I watched all those people go in and come out with carts full of the stuff, and I wanted to scream. These aren't even good prices. You can get this stuff cheaper on Amazon right now. But for the savvy consumer, the question remains, will you actually start seeing good discounts? Typically, discounts start in a really low way. If there's a lot of buzz around the day that liquidation starts, I would skip it, Demmer says. But the trick is you've got to check back often. It's about vigilance and finding a way to make sure that you're not missing out when they really crank up those discounts. As an example, liquidation sales at Sears started earlier in the fall, but a lot of smart shoppers will start heading out to comb the aisles now. Sears is actually pretty liquidated at this point, so the discounts are going to be high, Demmer says. It's definitely a good time to go in and check it out. You can expect to see inventory fairly picked over, but that's when the hunt is the most rewarding. As for the types of items to search for, Demmer recommends checking out apparel categories for the deepest discounts, while tools and home improvement items at Sears will be more difficult to find at significant savings. And then, of course, speaking of home improvement, Lowe's is closing 20 stores across the country in 13 states, plus another 27 in Canada. Demmer says that the stores in the U.S. are actually all in close proximity to another brick and mortar location. So she hopes that this isn't the end for Lowe's, but just kind of a way to cut some of their losses, kind of similar to a bit of a restructuring that Starbucks went through last year. So what that'll in turn mean is that the retailer is going to be moving a lot of inventory to other locations rather than liquidating, but there's still definitely some opportunities for savings, though more than likely it's only going to be about 20%. According to Demmer, she says 10 to 20% savings at Lowe's actually gets her really excited. At Sears, no way, it's not, skip it. But Lowe's doesn't usually have discounts like that, and they usually don't overprice their inventory. So if you're seeing a 20% savings at Lowe's and you need to fix up your house, I would jump on it. You can follow stories like that over at Yahoo Finance, so make sure you check that out. But just wanted to quick share that article with you all out there today. If you're a frequent shopper at those retailers, or like Demmer said, if you're finding needing to improve your home supplies or your home period, it might be a good chance to check that out. Hope you're all having a good weekend, and we'll talk to you again soon. See ya.